Hey folks, it's another TA in 5 with Equipped. And today's talk is specifically for family childcare homeowners. With the new stabilization grants, we've had a lot of talk about paying yourself, but it isn't always clear what we mean, how to do that, or why it matters. So we're going to cover the basics in 5 minutes or less. So first, would you take a job where your employer said, you'll get paid, but I can't exactly say how much. I just know that you'll get income, sometimes more, sometimes less. You'll get what you need out of what's there. Can't say when, but when there's enough, you can use what's there. If you worked in a job for another employer, you would know your set rate of pay, when you get paid, and in what way. But when you work for yourself, it's one of those aspects we often take for granted, especially in the context of running a family childcare home business. But if we don't know what we make, how do we grow in our business? When we know what we make and we set income goals for our future, we're better positioned to make sound financial decisions and better advocate for what we need to reach those goals too. There's a few steps you'll have to take first. If you don't already have one, open a checking account that's used just for business. All income from your business should go into this account. There are local credit unions who specialize in helping small businesses specifically, so do a little research to choose the right banking institution for what you need. But first things first, before you can pay yourself, you have to figure out how much. In early childhood settings, we usually figure out how much everything we have to pay costs first, and then figure out wages with what's left over. But we're going to begin by deciding what you deserve for your time, education, experience, and set an income goal. Remember too, this doesn't include benefits, but just an hourly wage or a salary. And there's a few tools you can use to help figure that out. In North Carolina, we've got a model salary scale that the North Carolina Institute for Child Development Professionals convened a group to develop. The model scale is for early childhood educators, and it's based on a living wage and wages that are on parity with public school teachers. You'll also want to look at living wage calculators. While there's many available, I like United Way's self-sufficiency standards because they're based on geographic location and the demographics of families. Last but not least, you definitely want to consider your years of experience. Looking at public school salary schedules and other states that have factored this idea into their scales, each year of experience averages about 15 to 20 cents per hour. So figure out what you think is your base entry rate and then add somewhere in that range for each year of experience you have and see where all of it plays out in the end. So you've set a goal, and it's great to know what you want to make, but now we have to know if it's possible now or if it's a goal that we need to aim for. So it's time for a budget. You'll need to get an idea of income and expenses. Income is all the money coming in, whether it's tuition, food program, or stabilization grants. Expenses are everything that gets paid out to keep your business going. Once you have an idea of your income and expenses, you can get a clearer idea of where you stand in your business. And now it's time to pay yourself. We already know you've got separate accounts, one for business and one that's personal. Since you already opened that business account and we know you've been putting business income there, you're literally writing a check from your business account to yourself. That's right. And deposit that check in your personal account. This practice allows you to have a record of paying yourself. How much, how often. You can keep track of this over time to make adjustments, advocate for more funding, and reach that target salary over time. Paying yourself is going to require some understanding of where your business stands with income and expenses, but it also requires you to think about what your work is worth. First is a target, and double checking that target with your actual financial situation. So to recap, open that account, set your target rate of pay, look at the budget, and get ready for payday. Here's to another step in being financially, physically, and emotionally well. And that's it for today's TA in 5.